Frank Darris is my guest. Frank is America's top insurance attorney. Today we're going to talk about gaps in insurance coverage. The biggest concern that most people have, and the biggest mistake that most people have, is they'll call up and say, I've been turned down by my insurance company on a claim that I've made, and I don't understand it. I thought I was covered, only to find out, no, when you read the policy, you weren't covered by this at all. Most people who file claims find out the hard way, well, they didn't take out the rider that they should have or could have, and they find out after the fact that, no, there was a gap and they weren't covered by their claim. Bad time to find out. Well, would I be right? So many people call up in a quandary. What do? I thought I was covered, but I'm not?
Sure, and I think the first place to start with gap insurance is just to explain what we're talking about. And it's that giant hole. It's the missing piece or the link. You've got a homeowner's policy, and you've got $300,000 worth of coverage. Somebody takes the loop-de-loop off the balcony, goes headfirst into the concrete below. You've got a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against you, and you bought umbrella coverage, $1 million worth of coverage to sit on top of your homeowner's policy. Good for you. Cheap coverage, it's about $150 a million. The only problem is that you didn't look at the requirement of the umbrella policy. It has to start right where your homeowner's coverage ends. So if you buy an umbrella policy from a carrier that starts at $500,000, Gary, you got a gap if your homeowner's policy ends at $300,000. So a very small nuance.
When you're dealing with a reputable insurance agent, is he or she going to tell you, have you thought about gap insurance?
It's one of those things that is not going to get brought up. It's just not. It's one of those things that people say, well, you bought a new car. Nobody says, by the way, hey, Gare, you got an extra $15,000 laying in your savings account in case you get crushed out there by an uninsured driver, or you cause an accident worse and you get hurt and now you're injured and you don't have a vehicle that's totaled. That's tough. People aren't talking about it, and it's just something where I tell everybody, are you leasing? Are you buying? Are you putting less than 20% down? Hey, if you put 50% down, who do you know that put 50% down on a car?
Yeah, for sure.
Some people are all in. Yeah, they walk in, they write a check. Good for them, not talking to you. You've got money in the bank, you got stocks, you got bonds, you probably have equity in your house, not talking to you. Talking to everybody else, my friends, people I grew up with, right? Who, you're looking for 0% down, you're looking for 0% financing, and if you had 50% to put down, you wouldn't be buying a car.
And the unfortunate thing is, and you've struck on it several times, but let's outline why nobody knows about gap insurance. It's dirt cheap. There's no commission on it, so it ain't hyped. Nobody talks about it.